Okay, I think I'm live. Let me know if there's anybody here. I'm going to go on my phone. It's been so long since I've done a live on YouTube. I can't. Oh, maybe there? How do I know? How do I know? How do I know? I think I'm live. Like I said, it's been so long. Oh, hi, Laura. Woohoo, Esther. It worked. The magic of Josh. He was here last night because don't forget, I have a brand new computer, so none of my software was on that computer. Nothing. And I was like, oh, I was just going to use my old computer because I still have it. I didn't get rid of it yet because I'm like, I don't know. Yay! Laura says we can hear you and see you. So anyway, he was here last night and he set it all up. He set it up for YouTube. Hi, Jerry's still out. Wendy, Melody, good morning. So he set up my YouTube. He said he's going to come probably this weekend and he'll set up my Facebook. But not only that, remember when I bought another webcam so I could have my face in the corner? He's going to set all that up. Hi, Coach Paula. How's Josh feeling now? How's Caitlin? Josh is 100% better. Caitlin today is on day 8 or day 9. She had a rough weekend. Hi, Teresa. She had a rough weekend. Like it looked like she was getting better. Like one of my videos, I said, oh, she's going uphill. And that weekend, she like crashed. She had a high fever and coughing. Hi, Ruby. But now, and it lasted 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday morning, she got up and said, I feel 100%. This thing that we're going through is ridiculous. So I don't know if you can tell, but look at all the different stuff we have here. We have some embossing glaze. We have some sprays. We have some alcohol inks. Next Tuesday is going to be, I guess, my third Organize With Me. And I worked on organizing my scraps. And when I was going through my scraps, and remember I kept saying, oh, I think I have maybe 10 of those plastic bags with scraps in it. 38. Laura says, glad she's feeling better now. It seems to affect everyone so differently, right? And Melody said, mixed media, yay. Me too, Melody. I'm glad they're feeling better. 37 bags. And so you're going to see me how I'm going to organize my scraps. Because you know I scrap with my scraps a lot. So I was like, this is what I need to attack next. And so I think I found a way that I really like. And as I was going through those 38 packages, I have to say you're getting spoilers here because that's going to be in the video. But I did find some page kits in there. I think I found 2 or 3 page kits. So I put it where my page kits belong. And then I found just packs of papers like close to my heart. So I put that where they belong. You're now trying to make a challenge from the Scrapathon 9. Yeah, just because it's over, right? You can keep using those challenges. And I found so many pictures within those scraps. I'll show you how much. I have them all here because I decided that I'm gonna scrap them. If I found them, there's a reason. So I kept them close. So I found this many pictures in those scraps. So I'm like, this is going to get scrapped. And actually, the layout we're going to do today, I found this in that. And it's just like a sketch that I made. And I had thrown it in a page, and I had these and these. And I think I had a picture. I did. I don't know if that's the one we're going to use, but I had this picture with it. And I think that was, oh, and I had the journaling even done. I had the journaling done, but that's all I had. There was no paper or anything. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to get a white cardstock. I went and grabbed those because I didn't find those were enough. I wanted some more here. And then those, that's where the sprays are going to come in. We're going to color these the color we want them. And of course, these don't have centers. So I thought of two ways we could fill those. Do you remember those, you know, those wonderful brads that we used to have? I have this Making Memories. I don't even think they exist anymore. Making Memories. And look how those big brads. So I thought of those. And I thought, well, that's kind of taking the easy way out. So how about, and we still might do that depending on this, how it comes out. So I have some Distress Mica Flakes, and that's where the alcohol inks come in. We're going to try and color some right now before we start, so that they have time to dry, because they take, I guess, like 10 minutes to dry. So I went and got some little containers. These I just got at the dollar store, and I actually use these when I make soap to mix my colors for my soaps. But I thought, hey, I can mix some mica with the alcohol inks, and then you spread them out on some paper towels, and they can dry while we do this layout. Then when I looked at this, see how there's bands of colors or bands here? And it was probably, I was thinking maybe like the journaling that I could fit on there. But I thought, let's take it one step further. We can still do the journaling if we want, but maybe we can do the bands of color. Excuse me. The bands of color with the embossing glaze. So I took some colors that match with these, with the flowers. So we got Kitsch Flamingo, we got Broken China, we got Salvage Patina, we got Twisted Citron, we got Prize Ribbon, and Fossilized Amber. Esther says, looks like treasure hunting in your scraps. You're right. I did a lot of treasure hunting. I was like, oh my goodness, look at this. And then there's other stuff too that I found. Oh, a bunch of embellishments. So I was like, yay. So let's put that aside because we'll use this as a reference later. So we might use this photo. We might. Or I have this photo of Caitlin. I might use that. And then I got, because there was no pattern papers with this, I got this with it. And then I thought instead of journaling, I could just do words. So I got this skinny mini alphabet from Stampin' Up. I don't use my alpha sets enough. So I thought I'd use that. And I did grab, where did I put it? Oh, my Tim Holtz stamping thing. So we could put the words right on there. Melody says, I love going through my things. It reminds me of what I need to use. I have to use, right? I do too. And, you know, after Scrapathon 9, my table, oh my gosh. And I'm sure during the month, I cleaned that table about 12 times. But there was ink all over it. There was powders. There was all kinds of goo everywhere. And I'm like, I need to clean this. I cannot stand all this stuff everywhere. So I took a good week and I cleaned the top of my desk and I rearranged it. And then Dave put up some of these. I got 2 more. I'm hoping that he can put some up tonight. They're media sticks. They're awesome. I have them linked on my Amazon. I mean, they're for CDs and DVDs, which I am, because I have a TV in here and I have a DVD player. So if I want to watch a movie, I can. So I'm going to get him to put some up because I have some movies up here. So I am going to use some of them for movies, but I've been putting my inks on this. And I took down all my close to my heart inks and I put all my my distress inks, my distress oxides, and a few others. So it's nice that it's just right there now. So Laura says, I love the embossing glazes. I've been doing a lot of layouts from Days Out with Dad. Cut gears on silhouette, emboss them with a coppery embossing powder, then salvage patina. Oh, nice. Yeah. Cool. Did you see these? I'm going to be using those soon. Those look like they're going to be really cool to use. The foundry wax. Oh, I can't wait. Maybe next Thursday we can do that. Next Thursday we can play with these. Oh, they look like so much fun. Hi, Ross. From Australia. Yay. So yeah, those, they have a really small open time, but they look like so much fun. I just got them in, so I haven't used them yet, but I can't wait. Oh, that's awesome, Laura. Okay, so let's color that mica. So we have, this is the alcohol inks we have. Sunshine Yellow, Sailboat Blue, Citrus. We have Pink Sherbet. We have Pistachio. I don't think we're going to do all these, but we have Meadow and Pool. So we'll do a few. And I'm not going to do a whole bunch, but if I do end up with some extra, I do have some containers that I can put that in. So I will definitely do that. It doesn't seem as laggy as Facebook, does it? It doesn't seem as laggy as Facebook. So that's cool. So this is what I'm thinking, okay? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to look good because I have no idea. But I want to color these. And then we'll put some ink in the center of those and put those crystals in the middle. And I'm going to try and coordinate them. Now the white one, I don't know if I should just put white like this or if I'll put a color. We'll see. It seems to be running much smoother. I wonder, I think I can do unlisted on YouTube and then share the link. Like, let's say if I wanted to do a live for the Patreon, let's say, and we would do it on YouTube instead, because it's much. Is it clearer too? It looks much clearer. So I could start the live in YouTube, then go share the link on the Facebook group, and then you could come over to YouTube and watch it. And, we could chat together. Maybe that's something, because we have a live next week for Patreon, right? Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Let's start. Okay, I think my favorite color is pistachio. I probably should be wearing... It's a very clear image. If I want to test it, just shout. Absolutely. You know what? I almost actually sent you a message this week on Facebook, on Messenger, to say, can you tell me if because I scheduled, so I put about 3 drops to begin with. And I'm going to stir this. I was going to say, can you tell me if on YouTube, if there's a schedule thing that you can see there, that it says, hey, she's going to be live this day. I have no idea. I have no idea. No idea. Because it said that, what do you call it? It said that it was scheduled, but I don't know. I was looking on my thing and I couldn't see where it said schedule. Because when I, follow other people. Okay, good. You saw the notification for today's live and set a reminder a couple of days ago. Cool. It gives you the option to set reminders. For next week? Did I do one for next week? Oh, me and Josh. I think me and Josh were playing with that last night. But I think next week after we got downstairs, he goes, Mom, you just told me that you had a Facebook Live with your Patreons on the 21st. Didn't we just set up one for YouTube? And I'm like, oh, we did. I gotta make sure that I, not only set timers for you guys, but I set timers for me too. Not double book myself. So I think before this live started, I was looking, and Mason doesn't have hockey at night, or does he? I can't remember. If he does have hockey at night, what I might do is some weeks maybe do it on Tuesdays and some weeks do it on Thursdays. Same time as today. So he was right. He's like, I'm pretty sure, Mom, you set it for 9 and now you're telling me that you have a live for Patreon next Thursday. Because I was telling him, I said, oh, we didn't set up the Facebook thing and I have a live next Thursday. And he's like, Mom, we just set up a YouTube thing. Oops. Okay, they say to use this in a well-ventilated room, and I can start smelling it. So I'm going to open my window. I'm going to open my window because you don't want me all giggly. I think that's fine. By the end of this, right? Now, last week, you might hear the cars now though, but I can shut it once we finish this, but I don't want to get a headache. They're pretty potent. Now, last weekend, Tim Holtz released some new micas. These ones are kind of like grayish, I guess. And the new ones are white, white, white. So I think they'll take the color even better. Like they'll be much brighter and stuff. Okay, now let's do Sailboat Blue. Okay, we'll put a few colors. I found it took a while to, or a few colors, a few drops. It took a while to cover the last ones there. I'll just move those around. See, I don't have a lot in there too, so I think it's a little harder to do because there's not enough to kind of swish it around. But that's okay. I just have like 8 or 9 colors there, and I only have six containers, so I don't want to make like a whole bunch there. And I think even if it has like, oop, I forgot to close this. Even if it has some white area, I think it'll just give it extra sparkle. Okay, we don't need to put it far from each other. Now those things here, don't throw them out, because then you could do any color of white, any color of green on this one, or any color of blue. Okay, next. I have to say though, I made spaghetti, because I made spaghetti sauce yesterday. Dave had gone to Costco last week, and he got a big package of hamburger, and oh my gosh, I was looking at that, how much we paid for it, and about the same size. Maybe it was a little bigger, but not $6 worth bigger. It used to cost us like $23, $24, and that package was $30. It's like, oh, everything is so expensive. Everything is so expensive. Okay, so I'm just gonna anyway, he's so sweet. He spent about, I don't know, maybe 3 hours last night to just set up my whole thing. Josh, that is, to set up my whole thing. I made spaghetti, so I called him at about 2:30 and said, do you have any plans for supper? And he's like, I don't think so. I said, I made spaghetti. I said, if you guys want to come over. So, we ate spaghetti, and then I'm like, oh, my YouTube, I'm going live tomorrow. And, okay, that's the blue, I think. Okay. I'm going live tomorrow, and, you know, I haven't been live on YouTube in so long. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right. I just did our monthly grocery shop online this morning. It is, in the last 6 months, it's gone up 40%. What? Oh my gosh. Well, I guess, you know, from 24 to 30, that's a big, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I don't know if gas went up today or went down. It's crazy. And you know, this summer we want to go across Canada. So we kind of did the math, Dave and I, the other week. And if the prices stay at the, you know, the price that they are now compared to what they were like even, you know, 2 months ago, and it's going to make a difference of $1,000. It's going to be $1,000 more in gas. So we're hoping that by this summer it goes down a little bit. Hopefully. Okay, so the more I do, I think I was being a little too fussy at first. It's not taking as long. Melody said, yes, here in Kentucky, the groceries are awful. I am glad we're going into warm weather so we can have a garden. You know what, Wendy? I am not a garden person, but I can tell you, I'm thinking about it more and more and more because this is insane. This is insane. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, whew. Okay, so this is pink sherbet. Whew, it's hopping and bopping in here. I'm not making enough, I don't think, to warrant some containers, but as long as I have enough for my, and I could see, you know, instead of doing this every time I want some, that'll probably deter me from actually using them, right? Wendy says, we have raised beds for a garden. You can stand at them. Oh, they work great for plants like tomatoes, peppers. Cool. Yeah. And the main reason I don't like gardening is bugs. I just don't like mosquitoes. I mean, not that anybody likes mosquitoes. Hey, Tulu! You use 5-gallon buckets? Did we do pool? We didn't do pool yet. Okay, so we'll do pool. I don't know if I want to do that dark green. Probably. Might as well do them all. Let's do them all. How you doing, Tulu? Yeah, I'm thinking more and more about it. I was talking to Dave and saying, like, where could we put a garden? Because if we could grow, I mean, this summer, you're hanging in there. I think about you often. I think about you often. Okay, let's put this here. Hopefully this is not a mistake, putting them all on one. Putting them all on one. Okay, let's try this theory about using one for the greens, let's say, because I have a darker green here. Makes sense because this is dry, so although I think it re-inks it, I think next time I use those, I am going to put like my fan on or something because, whew, I have my window open, but you have a good farmer's market and the Amish have a lot for sale. But I'm wondering how much they're going to charge this year. You know, I bet you in last years, it was probably a good price, but who knows what it's going to be like this year. Okay, this isn't working on this one. So let's shake it up here. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then we'll be done with the stinky stuff. We'll be done with the stinky stuff. Now, if I don't use these, I'm going to be... I think I'm going to make sure I use them now. But I can see why you would want to do a whole bunch and then put them in containers, because I don't think I'd want to do this with this much. So I'm going to order the white ones and see what the difference is. Okay, now we can set this to the side, right? Set this to the side. Oh no. Of course it flicked. And it's the wet one. Not dry yet. Okay, let's move that over and let that dry. Okay. I don't know if I have my... Oh, I guess I can use... I was going to say, I don't know where my alcohol ink is, because I have some alcohol ink in a little container. But I can use some hand sanitizer to clean that up, because I don't want that to stay on my desk. I just spent hours cleaning that not that long ago. There. Hand sanitizer actually works just as well, because the alcohol, like the isopropyl alcohol, kind of evaporates really quickly. And I mean, who doesn't have hand sanitizer in their home right now, right? I had some before all this craziness happened. I just have way more now. We bought a 4-gallon, and then when Katie finished her job, they had 4 gallons in her store, and they were just going to get thrown out. So she got a 4-gallon, and we got a 4-gallon. So we have 8 gallons. Gallons? No. 4 liters. 4 liters. 1 gallon. 4 gallons would be a lot. So we have all kinds of hand sanitizer. The inky fingers, right? Like I had some alcohol inks there and gone. Okay. Maybe we should do... I'm just wondering if we should do... I might not need those. I might not need those. I don't know. So we'll leave them to the side. Now, I don't know if I want to use this older picture, and this was already matted in my scraps. Laura says Dan got sent home with boxes of hand sanitizer a couple months ago. It's great for cleaning. Absolutely. And weren't they all this size? This little size? I love this. I stick this in my pocket and I take it with me everywhere. And what I do is once this goes, I just put from the 4 liters, I refill these. So then I just keep refilling the same one. 70 bottles. Yep. Okay, I don't know if I want to do this or if I want... I'm thinking I'm going to do a circle with a pen. You refill the small ones too. See, at first I thought we could do bands of color right on the layout. But then I was thinking, because this looks like it's overlaid over top. So then I thought, oh, maybe we can just do the bands of color on this and then maybe kind of cut them out somehow and then put them over the pictures. Had some scent from Bath and Body Works when I went to New York with your daughter. Cool. Okay, let's do the circle. And my best pen for that is downstairs, but that's okay. Let's move this to the side so we don't get, okay, and these, garbage. So I want this pretty big. Okay, so I want you to remember or I want you to remind me. I want to show you some treasures I found yesterday, just to kind of remind us why we're doing this, why we're scrapbooking. Okay, so we're done with these alcohol inks. Whew, my head is kind of floating right now, I can tell you. So definitely use those in a well-ventilated area. Next time I'm going to put my fan on, because my Lanta, whew, those are potent. So I think I'm going to put scrapbooking helps keep you sane. Me too. I don't know if I ever told a story about this, but I was even interviewed by a reporter, and I didn't even keep the clippings. Isn't that nasty? Should have kept the clippings. But I'm thinking something like this here. And then we'll put her in the middle. And now, I think I'm going to try it on this first and cut it out. And then we'll put some strips here. You know what? I thought about this maybe 5 minutes before the live started. So if I could have thought about this a little sooner, I probably would have thought of some words that I kind of think about when I think of Katie. Silly is definitely one of them. Talking about keeping you sane, that child keeps me sane. Oh, that's too bad. There's not two L's. It's okay. What I'm going to do, because I thought I could stamp the word all at once. So, okay. So, I'm going to do silly. Yeah, I thought about this literally 10 minutes before. I'm like, ooh, what if I take this and do it on separate papers instead? Ruby says, I did a scrapbook for each of my grandkids of their first year. My baby granddaughter, who is 3, loves looking through the book. She calls it her story. Ah, yeah. Oh, I started telling a story. So I did an interview with a reporter, and how this all started, they were doing something like almost like career day at school or something like that, creative. And somebody approached me and said, would you come to the school and kind of, bring your scrapbooks and just kind of show the kids because we think it's cool, So when the kids would come to my table, I was saying to them, when you're in class and you learn about history, you learn about history about your country or your area or anything like that. And they were like, yeah, because, a lot of them don't like learning about history. I said, well, these books, these scrapbooks, this is the history of my family. So if you make scrapbooks, then you're making your own history. And they thought that was super cool. And I didn't know there was a reporter there because he had a table and he was fairly close to where I was. So he would, every time there was a new thing of student coming by, I would tell them the same thing, right? This is a way to, kind of write your history. So after it was all done, he approached me and he said, I'm going to talk to my editor, but I think this would be a good story to do. And I'd like to know, he says, I want you to think about how you got into this and all this stuff. And how I got into it was when I was, I had Josh. When I was pregnant with Josh, when I found out do you remember Aline's Creative Living? Do you remember that? Anyway, it was on TV, and she was doing scrapbooking. And I was watching scrapbooking on there, and I was like, oh, this is so... Hi, Annalisa. This is so cool. This is so cool. And I said to Dave, if I am pregnant, and she had kids, I said, if I am pregnant, I'm ordering that. Anyway, I took my pregnancy test, and lo and behold, I was pregnant, and I ordered it. And I'm good. How are you? Where are you from, Annalisa? So I said to Dave, so I ordered the kits, and the kits started coming in, wasn't using it. And then at one point, Caitlin, who was 6, said, Mommy, we should really do, I'm going to get another block from Tim Holtz here. We should really do a page for Josh being born. From Italy. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I would love to go to Italy. That is definitely on my bucket list. There's a lot of places on my bucket list. One of my good friends, the one that we stay next to in the summer, where we camp all summer, she went to Ireland, and I was so upset that she didn't tell me. I was like, we would have gone. She goes, I didn't know. Anyway, so we did a page. Hi, Elizabeth. Where are you from, Elizabeth? So I'm going to do the L here. Oh, it's a little off, but that's okay. I wish there was 2 letters of each. I didn't want to put my head all the way in. So I'm going to keep that in case I need to do that again. So we'll do silly. We'll do, I was thinking beautiful, but that's, Scotland. Oh, that's another one I want to go to. I was going to say I wanted to do beautiful, but I think that's too long. Anyway, I started saying after I had Josh, about 7 months into it, I got super, super the baby blues, like depressed, like really, really bad. So much so that my friend called Dave and said, okay, there's something wrong. Like, she's not coming out of her funk, you know? And it lasted a long time. It was like, I don't know, almost a year. And I started scrapbooking. And that's what got me out of it. That's what got me out of no medications or anything. I just started scrapbooking, and it just brought joy back into my life. I mean, it it did a number on my pocketbook. Hi, Emma. She's from Cambridge. Oh, I don't know if I can say your name. Tufel Scotch? Hi, everybody. Afternoon over here in Germany. Sadly, I have to go and pick up my daughter in 5 minutes. Well, welcome. Annalisa says we are not famous about speak English, but I do my best. And with scrapbooking, I always learn some new words. And it's pretty fun to learn English and scrapping at the same time. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so we'll do pretty. So that's what, you know, I had said if I'm pregnant with the third kid, I'm starting scrapbooking, but I had bought, the kits, but I wasn't using it. Do I do any crops? Oh no, that's Emma Griffiths. Laura's asking Emma Griffith. In English, my nickname would be Devil's Cook. It's actually my husband's nickname. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we'll do the T. We'll do the T. That's cool. Okay, let's do that now. Pretty. Oh, that was better. That was better. So I'm trying to think. Oh, creative. Creative was the next one I wanted to do. And look at that. The R and the E is there. So that's awesome. So we'll do creative. And then we'll do the A. Once you get started with this, it's not so bad. You can go pretty quickly. Create. Where's the I? T-I. I think that's going to be a little crooked. Oh, of course. I thought, oh, this is going to be the first word. We won't need to do an extra one, but that's okay. It's at the end. I think that's pretty good. Annalisa says, I'm doing a bento box with some goodies for a friend. She wants to gift me a book, and I want to do something. Oh, that's cute. Melody says, I haven't been to a crop in over a year. I know, it's hard right now. So I'm going to hurry back because she has to go get her daughter and need to scrapbook so badly. A lot of ephemera. Oh, that's cool. Elizabeth says, I live in England and Germany and been to Italy twice. So nice to meet you all. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm pretty excited about the trip we're going to do this summer because I've never been. I live on the east coast of Canada. I live on the east coast. I live almost at the furthest end of the east coast of Canada. And we're going on the furthest west coast of Canada. So what we're going to do the night before we leave, in the summer, we put our camper at a beach, which we're not going to be there all summer this summer, obviously, because we're going across Canada. But my mom is going to come the night before. We're going to walk down to the beach. We're going to take our sneakers off. And we're going to get all in a circle. And I'm going to take a picture of our feet. And of us in front of the water and all that kind of stuff. And then when we get to the west coast, we're going to do the same thing. And I think that's going to be so cool. Okay, I'm going to put these all back on the blocks here. And I'm going to wash these because this is an archival ink. It's an oil base ink and also solvent. So in order to clean those, I have to use the archival ink cleaner. So, and then I'm going to get my cloth here. And I'm going to clean these up. I'm going to clean these up. I'm just going to dab this. And dab this. And Elisa said, nice to meet you. Sorry, the keyboard is set on Italian and it does what it wants. That's funny. So I'm just going to take some of this off. Now, this oil or solvent ink, it's the same or pretty close to StazOn. The only difference, StazOn doesn't have oil in it. So StazOn dries way quicker. So you can emboss with these archival inks. So let's say if I were to use my distress inks or distress oxides with these stamps, even if I didn't clean them, they would not, the ink would not transfer onto my other ink pad. The only time that this would become a problem is, let's say if I wanted to do pink in archival, then it would re-ink or re-wet, sorry. It would re-wet these. Okay, so that's fine. I'll just move this off to the side and I'll re-put them later. Oh, no. Okay, shoo. These are precious. Okay. Now I'm just going to do 3 words. I'm just going to do 3 words, but I think we're going to do more colors, if that makes sense. We're going to do just more like strips of colors, and we'll mix them up. Okay. So this part, I want to apologize in advance because it's going to be loud. Because we're going to emboss these. Okay. So let's start with, I got to decide what I want to do in the colors. So I'll probably do a blue, a pink, and maybe yellow. with those. And I'll do all of them, but I'm just thinking of the words. So this is an embossing dauber, and this is embossing glaze. Now, it's an embossing powder. It's just that it's translucent, so it means you can see through it. Okay, so let's do that. So let's engage. And I'm just gonna do it just haphazardly. I'm gonna do everything on this sheet. Okay. Now we'll pick this up. And do that. Yay, that's one. I don't know if I should emboss in between each. I think I will because I don't want other powders to go on there. Okay. So let's heat this up first. And we'll emboss it. Woohoo! Here it goes. Here it goes. Maybe I should have done I don't think I'll be able to talk while I'm doing the embossing, but I'm wondering if I should have done the darker pink, but that's okay. Oh, you have a little dog? Puppies are so cute. I love puppies. I love big dogs too. What kind of dog is it? Okay, let's do, this is Salvage Patina. I have to say, I think that's kind of one of my favorite colors right now is that Salvage Patina. Okay, let's do this. Now I won't be able to talk while I emboss because it's kind of loud. I'd have to yell, I think. It's a mix. Oh, cute. Dave and I, we say we have one grandchild and 4 grand fur babies. And they ask us to babysit the grand fur babies just like the grandkids, so no different. No different. And I can tell you, they're just as happy to see us as the grandkid. When they came here last night and they drove in the driveway and it's on like the side of the house that like I can't see. There's no windows there. Like it's the side of the garage where the driveway is. And the only place I can see out there is in my bathroom if I open the window because my window is, oops, that's the wrong cover. My window is, oh, you know when they make it so that you can't see through it? And upstairs in my craft room, I can see it. But I could hear Diesel. That's how loud he was. Yeah, I could hear him just howling and barking. He was so excited to be here. And when he came in the house, I was in the bedroom. I was tying up my hair, and I put down my glasses on the bed, and he comes barreling in and jumps on my glasses, and I was like, no, my glasses, my glasses. I thought he was going to break my glasses because he jumped on the bed to come and say hi to me. He's such a lovable little puppy. Or he's not a puppy. He's 2 years old. But they say when they drive in the driveway, oh my gosh, he just goes insane. He knows where he is. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Now we have 2 more colors to do, and then we can start that layout. I don't know if I'll use all these, but you know what? Better be... Oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's get that off. Obviously, there's no powder that went on there. Or not powder, but you gotta make sure to push to open that valve. There. Let's try that again. And there, and then this way. Much better. Did you not want the words under all? No. I'm just going to do 3 words. I'm going to do 3 words, and the rest I'm going to do colors. So then you can kind of get to see too, like both ways. But yes, I could have put words under each, but I was kind of running out of ideas for words. Like I said, if I would have thought of this a little sooner, I could have thought of, different words and stuff, but I know, I thought of that too, Laura. Heat gun and loose powders. As I was heating, I saw it at the corner of my eye. I'm like, okay, so let's make sure I don't do it that way. Getting a little braver. And Elisa says she has dogs and no kids. That's my kids. I have 1 kid that has 1 child, and the other 2, all they want is dogs. Okay. Well, I was going to say, let's start the layout. And then I thought, no, let's put these in the center. Okay, this is getting, we're getting a situation here. Let's put these in the center of the flowers, but then they're going to take forever to dry. So I think I'm going to glue them on the layout. And then we'll put some glue and then we'll stick them on and they'll dry with the layout kind of thing. And then we'll cut these out. This is one of these layouts where, you know, it took a long time to get the things ready. But then once we start, this is just going to come together pretty quickly. Because I'm not going to do any embellishment clusters except this. This is going to be my embellishment clusters. I might add some enamel dots in there. And then I'm going to add these on this side and those in the center. And that's going to be my layout. So sometimes, you know, it feels like, oh man, I'm not getting along with that layout. Because that's what happens with mixed media. Because all the work comes at the beginning. And then once you start putting it together, it's like, oh, okay. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Definitely, though, next time, I use alcohol inks. Please, please, please make sure to have a ventilated area. I have a wicked headache right now from those alcohol inks. Whew. And I opened my window, but I didn't open my blind. So I don't know how much air was actually coming in. But I think I like it like that. So let's start gluing down. Should I glue down this part with ATG like that? Or should I put glue? Let me try with both. Yeah, I know. I should have put my fan on. Definitely should have put my fan on. But I don't know if my big fan, if you guys could hear it. Let me try. It's kind of late now to do this. Oh, it's not even plugged in, so it would take me forever to plug it in. We'll just deal with it right now. See, because I am reorganizing my room, a lot of stuff isn't plugged in. So it's all good. Because I usually have a little fan on my desk here that I could have turned on, but it's on the floor because I'm reorganizing. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put it on my desk. Because, you know, once you get that desk all cleaned up, it's like, I don't want to put anything on there. I want to keep it this way. But I'm like, but I need that fan. So I'll probably put it back because summer's starting, right? So it's going to be smoking hot in here. Smoking hot. I can maybe go quickly open my blind here, because that won't take long. Maybe open the window a little bit more. I actually have two windows, so let's open the two of them up. Annalisa says, I'm running out of purple paper, and her friend asked her for purple and silver. That's a problem, right? I'm doing so good at using the papers, like the cardstocks that I have. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, so let's bring Let's bring these in. I've hit it a few times, so it's like kind of messy. I have these little spoons to kind of help me pick them up. So let's try that. I want to see. Ooh, they're kind of all stuck together. Let's try that. Oh, yeah. I like that. I shouldn't have put all of them in there. Now I have to take them out. Wait. Okay, I'm just going to have to say I'm just going to commit and not worry about testing them out. I can go like that and say, yeah, that's going to look really good. That's going to look really good. I don't need to test them out. Okay, so let's put a big glob of glue. And then we'll just stick those in there. And then we'll let them dry. And when this is dry, then I'll just flip the layout over, and whatever doesn't stick, doesn't stick. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, come on. Come on, get in there. Okay. So I had bought these micas, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to use those for, but they're just pretty. I just want them. Okay, so we'll do the blue. They're all kind of all stuck together here, so we're just going to break those up. We're going to stick them in here. And again, we're just going to push this down, and whatever sticks, sticks, and whatever doesn't, doesn't. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep those. And, you know, if I come back and I flip those over and a lot of them fall out, I'll just add more glue and put more in. No biggie. Okay. I had kind of done this pink for this red, but I don't think it's going to look good, because I really like pink and red together. Oh, actually, I think it will, because I think it's going to, because they're kind of translucent, I think it's going to take on the color once it's dried. I think it'll be okay, because that glue dries clear. Okay, we'll just leave that like that. Okay. Now I'll do this color here. This color right here. Right in there. Annalisa says, Laura, I hate shopping for closets, but when we talk about scrapbooking or books, shut up and take my money. Annalisa, we are kindred spirits. Man. Talking about books, Jake Kristoff is one of my all-time favorite authors, and he's my husband's favorite author too. Dave doesn't read, but he listens to audiobooks. I got our clothes. Okay. I'm the same way. I couldn't care less about clothes, but scrapbooking and books, I'm there. I am there. I got him into audiobooks, and actually the very first book that we listened to, we were actually on our way to Ontario for the weekend. His friend had his 50th birthday, and that's about 20 hours for us. So as we were actually driving out of the driveway, I was going to listen to it in my ear while we were driving, and I said, hey, do you want to listen to an audiobook with me? I can put it in, on the truck radio, and we can listen to it together. And he was like, yeah, okay. And we listened to Illuminate. And he fell in love with audiobooks. We listened to Illuminate on the way home and Gemini on the way back, or the second book, whatever the second book is. And he always has earbuds in his ears now, and he's listening to audiobooks all the time, like whenever he's doing anything. And so I started a new book yesterday. It's called Lifelike. And what I like about Jay Kristoff is his snarkiness. He's so snarky. And one chapter in, and I'm like, I'm hooked already. I love this book, and it's called Lifelike. It's a series of 3 books. It's a trilogy. And I'm like, I'm hooked already. That he just brings you in, like he really does. And so, yeah, I'm hoping to read about 100 pages in that book today. You don't like audiobooks? I never used to, Annalisa. And when I used to watch TV like you, but I found I'm always looking down. So I would listen to the TV show. So I'm like, I might as well listen to an audiobook, and then that way I don't have to be looking up, right? It's just there. So, but I don't have a lot of opportunities to listen to audiobooks when I scrapbook, because most of the time I'm filming. But if it's videos where I do a voiceover, then you can guarantee that I was listening to an audiobook. So the last book I read, Your Mind Wanders Off with an audiobook. Okay. Okay, so we'll let that dry just like that. And we'll keep those, because like I said, when I take those off later, if I find that a lot of it falls off, I'll just add more. But I love this glue for stuff like that. It's art glitter. Okay. Cool. I'll put the photo there. I won't glue the photo yet because I want to play with the strips first. Let's get these out, and we're going to cut them. You can download audiobooks from your library for free. I think we can too. I haven't tried it yet. I'm a Scribd member, and they say it's unlimited. It is not unlimited, but you can listen to a lot of books in a month. And they just up their, their fee or whatever. And I've noticed there's less times that it says basically, oh, you can't listen to any more audiobooks till the 24th or whenever the date is of your renewal. I've seen less of that. So I'm thinking that's why they brought up the fee, so that okay, I think I might put those behind the photo. Let's cut these up. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off so it's easier to fussy cut. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. So I think what I'm going to try and do, for a little bit anyway, is I'm going to try and do a live in the morning and then a live at night or in the afternoon maybe. I don't know. I know in the summer it'll definitely be better during the day because I don't even stay here at night. I'm not going to be here. July, we'll probably pause the lives. What I might do though, you think that would be interesting? Maybe do, not long, like maybe a 15-minute live. Or I might do videos while we're traveling. Kind of do little vlogs of our adventure. And not only, you know, I think it'll be fun to kind of have it on video too, not just photos. I bought a new camera because I want awesome pictures. I got the iPhone 13 Pro Max in the Sierra Blue. Oh, wait. I got this. It's a magnet because I want to still use the charge. So I got this because I like this because of my gimped hand. I like this, but the Sierra Blue, isn't it pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. So listen to this. That magnet is strong. I have a hard time getting it off. Have a hard time getting it off. There we go. I'll do this. I'll do that. And one more. An Apple phone? I love Apple. I know that's the big, you're either an Android phone lover or you're an Apple, right? And it's funny because my daughter and her husband and Josh and Taylor, they're all Androids. And they always bug me because I have iPhone. And then my daughter will call me and she'll be like, oh, my phone is blah, blah. And I'm like, huh, that's funny because my phone is perfect. It's like you're either a PC lover or you're a Mac, right? And I'm totally a Mac. And that's why I use the Apple products because it's so much easier for me to transfer my stuff from an Apple product to an Apple product. It's like that, right? And to edit my videos, it's like iMovie. I'm used to it. Nicole, where are you from? I'm from Canada. And I'm on the East Coast. So there's like the Atlantic provinces, which is the smallest provinces of all Canada. There's New Brunswick, PEI, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland. Well, I'm in New Brunswick, so I'm almost the furthest east you can go. And this summer we're traveling the most western part of Canada. We're going to BC, and we're even going to go to Vancouver Island, which is the furthest that you can go. And apparently you can see whales there. So Mason is pretty hyped about that. See, this is why I wanted just colors, Laura, because I think I want to put like a word and then a color and then a word and then a color and then a word and then a color. I think this is what I want to do. And I like that they're all different sizes. So do I speak French? My first language is French. I went to French school, like all the years of school, including university. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm just wondering, I think I'll probably put these. So do you think it looks better over the photo or under? I'm kind of thinking it looks better over. I don't know. Let's glue the photo down. Let's move this over and glue the photo down. Canada's on your bucket list. It's a big country. Huge. It's going to take us, well, when I do it on Google Map, it says 60, I think it's 64 hours. 64 hours to go across, but we're going to have a trailer. So we figure it's going to take us about 70 hours to go. How cold is Canada right now? Okay, let's go look. Right, we're in Celsius. So it's 7 degrees right now, which is kind of cold. It's not cold, but it's going up to 11 degrees today. And then this week it's going to be like 11, 8, 14. That's going to be a beautiful day. Of course, that's when we're going. Mason has hockey about an hour and a half from here. But that'll be nice. It's cloudy, so it's in the teens right now, or 8, 9. It's perfect walk-in weather right now. In the winter, it gets pretty cold. But I think we're kind of used to it. We're used to it. Or maybe I could put it off the page. Maybe I can start it up higher. Okay. 14 degrees. Okay. So it's pretty comparable, right? It's pretty much the same. It was 14 a couple days ago. It was 14. We went for a walk and it was like, oh, this is so nice. I can't decide if I want it under the photo or over. I kind of don't like it under the photo though. It almost feels like there's something missing. Elizabeth says it's 12 degrees here right now, warmer than it's been for a few days. Yeah, it's only 7 right now, but in a couple of hours it'll be at 11. So So pretty close, right? But yours will probably go up too. I think I'm going to do that. On top, me too. When I put it under, I find that, I don't know, it just looks like there's something missing. So we'll put that there. But I definitely could have put words in each of them. And I probably would have if I would have thought of this earlier. So I'm going to put lots of ATG on this just so that they lay kind of flat. But another thing I could do is put foam tape and give it some dimension. I could do that. That kid, one thing I could have put to, well, I did put creative, but you know what's funny? Let's say if she gets in a table or a chair or a bookcase, whatever the case may be, she needed a shelf, because if you saw my last video with organizing my craft room, I put a wooden shelf here and I sent her a picture because every time she would come over, we'd come up in my craft room and she'd say, "Oof, Mom, your room. It's nasty." And I said, "Oh, I know." I said, I need to clean it up. I said, as soon as Scrapathon is done, I'm going to do a big cleanup. So when I did, I sent her pictures. And, you know, when she was here, I was kind of showing her, I'm going to move this shelf from there to here. And, or that, yeah, that wooden shelf. So I sent her a picture to show her. And because she does nails, she does press-on nails. So she has kind of her creative area too. So I showed her a picture of that and she goes, "Oh, I want one of those on my table. That would be really cool." She bought herself a skill saw. And all kinds of tools. It's not her husband that built it for her. She builds it herself. So she made herself a little shelf. Then she wanted this mirror thing. It was, you know, those big mirrors that they have in stores? Well, when her store closed, she got one of those big mirrors, but it had no frame on it. Well, she created a frame. Oh, look, I forgot that there. And put it up on her wall and everything. What color should I do on the white? What color? Maybe I should do pink again because there's not a lot. Like there's 2 green. I find yellow and yellow would be too close. So maybe we'll do that pink here. So we'll put some more here. Yeah, so anyway. She, pink on the white. Good minds think alike, Laura. Silver. I didn't have silver, Annalisa. I didn't make silver. And I don't think I want to take that alcohol ink again out because, whoo, I have a raging headache. There. Pink and silver would be pretty. There. Kind of used up all of that. I'm going to push it down into that glue. Oh, it's starting to dry already, those ones. They look pretty good, don't they, Laura? I think they look pretty good. I was like, what am I going to use that mica for? I mean, you could put them in shaker boxes, definitely. Or, how pretty Ooh, you know what? I'm not going to say it because we'll do it on another live. I should write it down because you know me. I'll forget it. I'm going to write it down. A little secret here. Little secret. There. It probably won't be next time, but or it can be one of the techniques for Patreon too. Because I'm working on May already. I'm working on May. Okay. Yay! Okay, so I'm wondering if I should put some enamel dots in there. Excuse me. Let's get some enamel dots. And we'll sprinkle those throughout the layout. That's almost the same color. We'll get some of each color. So now we need blue. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, this is pretty. If I can find it again. It's kind of an escape artist. Oh, look, it's almost the same color as that. The center of those. Do I want to get a darker blue maybe? These are so big, but they're the same color, so I might use just the little ones. And what about that light blue? That. And then yellow. Ooh. No, let's try, let's look some more and see if I can find a yellow. No. Isn't it funny that we can be so fussy about colors? Oh, this one is perfect. Red. I don't think I have a lot of red left. We'll be honest here. I don't think I have a lot of red left. That's it. We'll use those. I could go get the ones I made myself, but you know what? I'm trying to use these. Now, if you're new here, this is how I keep my enamel dots. They're all separated. Oh, it has changed my way to scrapbook. And you know, I've been a little bit organizing my craft room, and everything that I've changed, I love. I've moved these so that all the colors are together, and then I've put the name of the color here because it sits on a little shelf here and I can see it. Then my archival inks are right there too. And here I put archival, blue, pink, purple, and neutral. That's what that is for. And then here I got red, yellow. I didn't put orange because green and blue. So on the side I can tell. Bye, Elizabeth. Said my husband, who's 83 and not very technically minded, needs my help to send some photos by phone. It's been lovely to stop and chat, though, so hope you do this again soon. Every week, Elizabeth. It's a new thing. It's going to be every week. Bye, Esther. Getting a haircut. Every week. I mean, I'm sure there's some weeks, and it's going to be either on Tuesday or Thursday, but I'm going to schedule it. I'm getting a little better at this thing. And it's funny because I had scheduled it before Josh came over, and I said, oh, I already did that scheduling thing. I figured that out. It's just adding all the software I need to go live. I need your help with that. But he showed me an easier way to schedule. Okay, so we have all the colors. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe I want to put some, I don't know. Yeah, every week. I don't know if I want to put green with green or close to. Let's start with that. Every week. Tuesdays or Thursdays. It just depends on Mason's hockey schedule. Mason runs my life. Yes, there is something I want to show you. I want to show you that I found yesterday, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is why we scrapbook. This is why we spend our money on these things, and this is why we spend hours for more than one thing, right? Like, and I think Melody said to keep her sane. Absolutely. And I've said that many times. I scrapbook because it just keeps me sane. Okay. I don't know if I like that. So maybe if I put some like all over. Bye, Elizabeth. Maybe if I put some a little bit everywhere, then I'll like it better. What a great way to use some enamel dots, right? See you next time, Elizabeth. Thanks for coming. Ooh. Yeah, I think I like it better where it's spread out here. Let's use these huge ones. Like, where else am I going to use these mama jumbo ones? Okay. I wanted to use some enamel dots. Let's use enamel dots. Let's just spread it. Let's spread the love. I'm glad I put some of the same color where the color is, but I'm kind of liking. Your dogs are looking for attention. They're funny like that. They are funny like that. So what do you think? Did the enamel dots wreck it or did it make it better? I can't decide. I can't decide. Oh, Shay said that they just went through some flooding and she's just getting her scrap room back together. Her daughter lost all her scrapping supplies. That's awful. That is not good. My scrap room is above our garage. And for a minute, I considered, you think you prefer it without the enamel dots? So did I. Maybe it's not the enamel dots on this side. It's It's okay to change our mind. Let's take these off on this side and maybe just leave the enamel dots on this side and see what we think. Because there's a lot of color on this side, right? There's a lot of color on this side. A lot of color. It's only going to take a couple seconds to take those off. Not a big deal. Oh, I think I like that better. I think I like that better. Without the dots here. I like the dots here, but I didn't like the dots here. Make sense? Yeah, much better. Oh yeah, I like that. Much better. And that's what I'm going to do with this layout. That's it. I think it's got enough stuff. I don't think I need to do embellishment clusters or anything like that. I think there's a lot going on and it's perfectly okay like that. Yay! Okay, so what I like to do, this is new this year. I go April 2022. I'm going to put YouTube Live. I don't put the date, but I put April 2022. And I want to show you something that my friend Laura here, Laura Thompson, showed me. There's an app you can download, and it's a counter app. So I'm counting my ATG. And to add a new category, it's just easy as doing a plus sign, and you put the number of your category, like da-da-da-da, save, and you get another category. And then you just add a layout. Now, was it at 89 when I came on here, or did I already add my layout? I don't think so. So I'm at 90 layouts. 90 layouts this year, and I've used 8 ATGs. So I love this. I could even here, I can edit. Where can I edit? I'm going to delete that. Delete counter. And I could do books if I wanted to, right? Books. And I'm at I'm at 27. Back. I'm at 27 books. So there you go. Although I do have Goodreads, but even I could put, because I'm keeping track, excuse me, I'm keeping track of all the movies that I'm watching too, so I could keep track of them, how many movies or TV shows that I've watched this year. And I'm using my phone way more. There's an enamel dot. I use my notes, and let me see here. So I'm keeping track of the movies I'm watching in 2022, and I'm going to do a layout with all the movies and shows, either movies or shows. I might do one for movies, one for shows, depending on how many I read. Or not read, watch. So that's pretty cool. ATG is this. This is my ATG. And I'm trying to figure out how many ATG rolls I use in a year. Because not last Black Friday, but the Black Friday before, I ordered from Tate Jungle. I ordered 144 refills. So I want to see how long, you know, how long those are going to last me. So if I figure out how much I use in 1 year, then I can say, hey, that's going to last me 3 years or whatever. Then I'll kind of have an idea when I need to reorder. Okay, so I wanted to show you a little treasure I found yesterday. A little treasure. So you know I'm reorganizing my room, right? So one of the things I want to reorganize is some layouts. I want to put these in albums. So I have literally sections of my room where I have stacks of layouts. So I found this stack and I started going through them and I was like, oh my heart. So this is Josh and Ace, and I think this was 2015. No, wait. When did we get Ace? 2014. And this is how I remember. Ace was born January 31st, 2014, and Mason was born February 1st, 2013. So that's how I know this is 2014. But look, and even Josh, this is such a young Josh. He was, I don't know, what did I say, 2014? So that was 7 years ago. And he's 22. So he was what, 15? Aww. Oh, so cute. Yeah, Melody, I want to start doing that too, but it's kind of too late for me. I probably have 500 layouts to put away. So this is part of organizing my room. I'm going to be working on this. Here's another one. So adorable. So adorable. And then the memories, right? Because this was our old dog, Jake. He was a golden retriever. And Ace is a golden doodle. Oh, so last night when we saw that and I showed Josh, he almost started crying because he misses his puppy. And then this. And it's funny because we were talking about this. And Alyssa says, I fell in love with your son, but I can be his crazy auntie. This is Katie. She used to do this pout to get this, to get what she wanted all the time. So I got her to take, to make her pout. And she still does it. She's 28. She's 28. And here's Josh. This is in 2006. He was 7 years old. Look at those dimples. And that kid would look in the mirror. He would look in the mirror and see how he could take out his how he could make his dimples more pronounced. And then this is the little story I put with it. I said, the minute you were born, the nurse yelled, dimples! You have the cutest dimples, and since you were a little boy, you would practice to see when they were more pronounced. You learned at a very young age that you could use those dimples to get what you want. I mean, how can mom resist, right? Yeah. And here's another one. I love this picture. Look how blue his eyes are. My Lanta. Yes, I need to get Caitlin to recreate that pout. I'm sure she would. She's game for anything, that girl. This is a place near us. It's called Hopewell Rocks. And this is actually like the... Hi, Tracy. We're almost done, but you'll be able to watch the replay. This was in 2004. Here's Kate. There's me. There's Caitlin and Josh. So Josh would have been about 5 there. Anyway, look at these rocks. Aren't they beautiful? But this is like the water comes up to here, and then certain times of the day it goes out and you can walk there. And I remember one of the amazing races, they went to that Hopewell Rocks. It's a really popular place. Hi, Sarah Ryan. Thank goodness for replays. Absolutely. And then this is Katie when she was playing basketball. This was in 2006. And this is the year that we all went to her cheerleading competition. It was in Ontario, which was 20 hours away. And it was 22 hours away because we went to Niagara Falls. And it was so much fun. 2014. I remember he was so upset that we had to leave Ace home because we got Ace in March and then we went there in May. So he wasn't happy. This was in Niagara Falls. There was a house that was upside down. This is Mason, his first canoe trip. Here he is. That was July 2013. Here's a closer. That was on Mother's Day. Oh no, because it's July. But it was kind of part of their Mother's Day thing, but they found that in May it was too cold. So this was in 2012. I went with her a couple times to her competition in Ontario. This was Toronto Zoo, and look at that texture. That's just, I gotta get my background stamps out again. I love that texture. You started following before Mason and before the new house? You don't have cheerleaders in your country? This was July 2004. We were digging clams. This was in PEI. That's the next province next to us. Oh, the memories. This was that same trip to Ontario. Oh, look at that heart. That doesn't belong there. We'll put it there. So we had stopped at the mall. This was her team that was in Niagara Falls too. I'll have to figure out what year that was because I didn't put the year. Look at Mason. Oh, he's so cute. Remember Laura, my little mason jar? Hi, Alma. My son is the same age as your son? Cool. My little mason jar, because his name is Mason. And I was so afraid that somebody was going to tease him for his name, so I started calling him my little mason jar full of love. Look at that face. He's so stinking cute. He was a year old there. And I remember that was Easter. And that's when we knew that kid. It did say on it 2014? Oh, it did. Here's Kate. All done up for cheerleading. And I thought this was cool because I put 5, 6, 7, 8 because they would say that all the time. And this is Kate right here. She looks at those and she says, I was so small there. Her medication is making her gain weight and she just hates it. This was at Rainforest Cafe in Ontario. Oh, that's cool. Like here I put 50% good food, fun, entertaining. And then I created a little pie chart here and I put those percentage down here. Oh man. And when I look at my clusters, I'm like, oh man, if only I would have our things, our digital prints to use as foundation, those clusters would look so much better. I see why I like the stuff for the foundation. Oh, look at that face. That would have been in 2013. He's pretty small there, probably 4 or 5 months. My little chatterbox. And that was Easter again. That's when we knew he was going to be good at sports. We had gotten him a little baseball bat and a little ball, like a squishy ball. And Dave would throw it and he would hit it every time. Every time. He was 1. He was 1 and he was 14 months. And he would hit that ball every time. So we're like, his eye and hand coordination is out of this world for a 14 months old. He would hit that ball and hard. So we're like, this kid is going to be in sports. I found some of these. Those hearts, do you remember those hearts from, those were from Studio Calico. And I had all kinds. I got to look through my room. I got to find where those are. They're chipboard. And they had all the other kinds of shapes too, like hearts and all that stuff. I got to look for that. I got to start using that. So cleaning the room, man, it's, and reorganizing, it's making it so I want to, look for more things to use. Laura says his hand and eye coordination as a baby was better than mine is now. Me too, Laura. There's me and Kate. That would have been in 2014 too. And I can just tell by my haircut. Although I always have the same haircut, but look at that crazy kid. And back then, this was her boyfriend. He's now her husband. So I think they met in 2013, maybe. Well, they met before that. They were co-workers. And this was in 2014, and they got married in 2018. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. Bye, Annalisa. We're almost done. Nice chatting. Look at that drool. Look at that drool. And here's me and Josh and Dave and Josh. So that would have been in 2014. He's so cute. So maybe that was a different year, that picture of me and Kate, because my hair looks a little shorter here. And here's her team. That was her, her bases. Katie was the flyer. And let me tell you, as a mom, didn't make me feel good. See you next time. That day didn't make me feel good. And if you're new here, she ended up breaking her back doing cheerleading. She had to have back surgery. So that was her base. I was so glad she had a guy, because I think the time that she fell and broke her back, she didn't have the guy as one of her bases. So I always felt better when he was there. And the last one, and look, some stitching. And look, that's when I used my silhouette a whole lot more. Yay. So as you can tell, a lot of these were like 2014 and that kind of stuff. So I have already, yes, she's just standing on their hands. She is. You should see how they would flip her up in the air and then they would catch her. Yes. And her last year that she did, they were the only group that didn't like during competition, they didn't fumble or anything. They never missed a hit. They were the strongest team. Like she never missed, but she was really strong. You have to have a strong core to make sure that, you know, she can hold herself up there too. You love different embellishments, but I love the ones you sell too. I like that, you know, I'm making them work with other embellishments. That's what I like. Because like I said, I look at that and I'm like, oh, I find that my embellishments, there's no foundation to them. That's just no for you. My heart was in my mouth watching them because I was afraid that they would drop her, which they did a few times, right? So all of these are 2014, 2013. So they're all around the same age. So these are going to be easy to put away. I just got to go through and I'm going to finish the journaling on a lot of these, and then I'll be able to put away. So these are the ones that are on my, you know, next to do the journaling. And then I will put those in some albums. We'll put them all straight. And that's how I'm going to do. I'm going to keep, I think, until all my layouts are done, because I used to keep them on my desk, but I found it's just too messy. It's messing with my head. I like things to be clean. So I'm going to keep in my Alex container, or whatever they're called. I'm going to keep 112 by 12, or they're a little bigger than that. I'm going to keep those. Oh, Tracy, you have no idea. No, they've never been in an album. I have so many. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'll go quickly take a picture of, I've kind of taken an area and I put all the layouts that need to be journaled on. It won't be a pretty picture because there's some stuff in front of it. And this, what I'm going to show you, is just a small little bit. Hi, Moira. So that's 2 full rows. There must be, well, okay, this thing here has 90 layouts in it. Okay, these are all the layouts I did this year. So that's 90 layouts. That's about 3 times that. So I'd say there's 600 layouts right there. That's 600 layouts just there. And I have spots where I have, you know, that you can put those iris containers in. That's just layouts. So I must have close to 1,000 layouts that needs to be put away. So that's why that's going to be on my agenda to do. Definitely. So I'm going to dedicate one of my cubes that I'm going to put the layouts that I need to work on there. How many albums do you think that will take? Well, how many do you fit in an album? Probably, what? 50 or 60 layouts, right? Do you think you can put 100? No, I don't think you can put 100. I think you can put 50 at the most. So if I have 1,000, and that's not exaggerating because you saw the 2 piles over there, and yeah. So the 1,000 would take 20 albums. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. Maura says, I haven't put away March yet, and I'm stressing. 20 albums doesn't sound bad. Little chunks, right? This is the chunk I'm doing right now. And that's what, maybe 30 pages? So I'll work on that. And then once I'm done with this, I'll put these away. And then I'll pick another 30 and I'll put those away. And I'll just go through them like that. And I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. That's my goal. Maybe not all of them. I think 1,000 layouts in a year, if I have to do, like, organize all those in a year, I'd have to dedicate just a month to do that. And there is so many other things that I want to do, right? It depends on the dimension. Absolutely, Laura. Yes, that's a lot of money for albums and page protectors, but I think I must have close to 10 that are empty right now. So hopefully Michael still carries albums. I haven't been there in so long. I couldn't tell you. But I'm going to go to Michael's and hopefully they'll have like buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one, or half off, or whatever. And then I'll buy 2 or 3 of them right off the bat. I think I have enough page protectors. Pretty close. Because I knew I had all this to do, I've been buying 100 at a time, the page protectors, to get ready for this. Because 1,000 would mean 500 page protectors, right? Because you can do 2 per page protector. So I have pretty close to 500 page protectors. Okay. So I think we're going to end it here today. We did one layout, but there was a lot of mixed media stuff on there. Might be sales around that. That's a good point. And when we go across Canada, I'll be looking and we're going to have, a trailer. So if I find some albums, I'll be taking those. Hi, Mary or Maria. Oh, no. Maura says, the last couple times I made it to Michael's, they have gone back to mainly having post bounds. Why? Amazon has some reasonable deals? Really? I'll have to look. Like, what do you mean by reasonable? What do you mean by reasonable? Okay, let me clean up a little bit and we can finish chatting and then we'll be done for today. Less than $30? Okay. That's not too bad. My friend she's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and she had, I think I got 4, and I think she was selling them for $20 a piece. Or maybe it was even less than that. I think maybe it was $15 a piece. She had 4 left, and I bought all 4. I was like, yes, I'm taking all 4. Your Michael has the buy one album, get one 50% off? Ooh. Do they still have the 3-ring binders, Melody? I might have to stop on the way home tonight because we're going to town tonight. So I might have to go check it out. Okay. These enamel dots are not sticking. Ooh, thanks, Melody. I'll go check. I mean, you're in the States, I'm in Canada, but they are generally just black. Oh, I don't care about the color. I just want 3-ring binders, though. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these in the jars. And then clean up my scrap room because I'm not going downstairs until this is clean. That's the new rule. New rule. Okay. So next week it'll be on Tuesday for sure. Tuesday, and probably at 6 o'clock at night or at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll decide, and then I'll schedule it on YouTube. Okay, cool. So that's it. We will see you next Tuesday. Yes, I will. I will change the schedule. Thanks, Laura. We'll talk soon. Bye. Thanks. Thanks for joining me. Bye, girls. Bye, Tracy, Laura, Moira, Shay, Annalisa, Melody. I'll probably forget someone. Bye.